Machine pencil cartography. My channel's goals are to communicate topics pertaining to navigational discipline to a general audience. You can imagine that the operator of a motor vehicle has some serious responsibility and liability on their hands. And if you operated this vehicle with negligence or reckless abandonment, the results of this negligence could be life-changing for yourself or the pedestrians on the street. Therefore, the responsibility of being a navigational operator should be taken seriously. I have imagined a scenario where a long-haul trucker has to drive several thousand kilometers during each navigational voyage. For this reason, long-haul truckers are considered to be navigational professionals, for the exact same reason that a sailor might be considered a navigational professional. And being a long-haul truck driver would be a legitimate channel for an expert navigator to build a career upon. At any rate, long-haul truckers spend long hours in their trucks, specifically in their trucks' cabins, since this is what they call the driver's seat in this profession. And we could comprehend that for an expert navigator, the cabin is like the navigator's office. The cabin is a place for this person to perform good quality work. They are required to live here for long term, and many long-haul truckers learn to perform basic life functions inside of their vehicles, such as consuming meals in their cabins for personal sustainment. It is also notable that a navigator may be required to sleep in their vehicles, and for this reason, learning how to sleep in your car is considered an active subject of research for a professional navigator. Since navigators live in their cars, I would take this opportunity to discuss how to design a quality cabin, because as a navigator, your cabin is like your living space, and a navigator may take pride in customizing their cabin so that it reflects their own personality, in much the same way that you would like to personalize your own home. We may remark that the vehicle operator will require a comfortable chair that should be equipped with headrests, armrests, and a seatbelt, of course. It will also be important that the upholstery on these car seats are high denier fabric so that they are abrasion resistant, and they may have other benefits such as being fire resistant or waterproof. Another excellent consideration when choosing a textile for your car's interior is to choose a material that is not biodegradable, as I have seen car interiors that were moldy due to their cars being contaminated with bacteria or fungus. For this reason, escarpment in this context also means choosing a material that is not biodegradable. Other considerations for designing an ergonomic cabin will include: you will need to have a quality dashboard, including a proper human-machine interface. This means that we are customizing our steering wheels and our accelerator and brake pedals. We don't want sticky pedals, as this could be dangerous, and we may consider things about the steering wheel, such as the proportions of how many turns the steering wheel will make during the minimum turning radius of the vehicle. We may examine the instrument panel and remark about the speedometer and the trip distance odometer, as well as the fuel gauge and the engine heat indicator. This way we may discuss responsible vehicle operation using the data that these key vehicle instruments are revealing to us. The cabin of a long-haul truck will incorporate some fancy navigational devices, which may include the amplitude modulation radio, which truckers like to communicate over using their handsets. This seems like a very cool idea for creating collaboration and team effort, which are two things that I love. Obviously, you can listen to the FM channels too, even on the same radio, but this may not be as fun for a navigator, as the AM radio channels allow navigators to communicate with each other, and this is a social opportunity. Another device which a navigator may furnish their vehicle with is a GPS device. Perhaps an advanced GPS computer that incorporates maps, can find its own location, and can perform basic navigational calculations. These goals can be achieved using navigational products available on the market. Upon consuming some articles in the navigational discipline, they often discuss the symptoms of cabin fever, as though people get cramped up in their cabin from long hours of not getting any physical exercise whatsoever. So it is also important that terrestrial navigators on transcontinental voyages plan to take rest stops so that they can get minor physical exercise in between long hours of driving. The final topic of this discussion is that the navigator needs to sleep in their car. For this reason, they may pack pillows and blankets to improve their comfort while they sleep. My recommendations include getting a neck pillow, similar to the ones that people use on an airplane, and using this when you are sleeping in your car. Also, get some sort of blankets for your car, and seat warmers are an excellent idea. Thanks guys, this has been Machine Pencil Cartography. I am so pleased and proud to deliver this content to my audience, and I plan to discuss the nuances of car camping in further depth in the future. So please stay tuned if you are interested in this type of material.